After nearly 20 years, I am revisiting the first NASCAR game I ever properly put time into, and that is NASCAR '09. We're going to be checking out a few things from just the basic handling and the AI and the racing, also checking out career mode. And this was a game I always loved, and I feel like after playing some recent classic NASCAR games, my opinion on the greatness of this game might have changed. The number one thing I remember in this game was the fact that we didn't actually have manufacturers. You just have this basic looking car and they all look the same. It was so bad. Like there's no Chevrolet, there's no Ford, there's no Toyota or Dodge either. Straight into the race here. There's no pre-race anything in this game, which also kind of sucks. It just, yeah, they kind of removed a lot from this game, and that's the thing that I never knew, because I had only played this game when I was a kid. This was my very first NASCAR experience in a video game, and so I always thought it was absolutely fantastic. Now, as I've gone back and I've played other NASCAR games such as Dirt to Daytona, NASCAR '06, NASCAR '07, is when I've come to realize that, well, this game isn't quite as good as I had made it out to be, because the fact that it really is lacking a lot of content compared to some of those older games, and not only in Race Now where there's just a simple lack of just presentation, but there's also, career mode I know is lacking as well, which we'll take a look at. Now, I will say the hardest AI difficulty is quite a bit easier in this game as well. Also, though, the one advantage this game does still have, in my opinion, is the handling. I do enjoy the handling on this game more than any of the other games that I've played so far. We also still have that ability. We can come into here and I can go to the 48 car and we can still have him do things. I don't think we can swap anymore, right? But we can still have him, like, is that the block one? He's going to say no. Jimmy Johnson says, yeah, I am not blocking for you. But I'm racing on the hardest difficulty, and I'm honestly confident that I can win this race here now. Also, actually, I remember, wasn't there a scrolling leaderboard we could turn on? Oh, look at this. There's an option to save your race. Now that's cool. Here it is right here. Race ticker. There it is at the top of the screen, and it would also tell you the lap times that every driver was running. I was a really, really big fan of that, like, race ticker. It was so cool. I wish we could have something similar now, in like modern NASCAR games, in a sense of, like, maybe not scrolling across the top, but something, maybe a little tab on the side of the screen that kind of updates, goes down in like chunks of like 5 or 10 or something, and it shows the lap times and you can really see what everyone's doing. What if I run a little bit higher up the racetrack? Is Kyle Busch trying to block me right now? That is such a Kyle Busch thing in this era to do right here. I'm going to go to the inside of the number 18 M&M's Toyota Camry, and he's still blocking me down here. Kyle Busch, I mean, I don't want to hit the intimidate button on Kyle Busch, but he's kind of leaving me no choice here, as I'm going to get right up tucked behind him. Intimidate didn't really do anything, actually. Oh, there we go. We got alongside. Come on, let's get there. I like how the wheels just like pop in and pop out, but nonetheless, we'll pass him. We got John Wood right here in front of us, who's now about to become a rival. Yeah, there you go. The intimidate button certainly working on that number 21. I'm still confident in saying, in terms of racing, the AI and the handling, I still think this game does it better for me, personally, than any of the other games I've played. Now, NASCAR '07 could probably get close, but I have a great time playing with the AI, and I sunk so many hours into this game as a kid, doing literally 100% races, and it was just so much fun. Oh, no. Overdrove. Oh, no, now I'm coming down into Tony Stewart. I think what it is, the handling is just more forgiving as well. It's definitely a bit more like arcadey. I mean, it's always been arcadey, but it's a bit more arcadey in this game. Why is Dale Jarrett as well having such a strong run? And Martin Truex Jr., my man, you got to leave some room, brother. You got to leave a little bit of room for me. Oh, look at the tire donuts on the side of the car. I miss seeing that in NASCAR games. Big move here to the inside of Ryan Newman with a few laps to go. Oh my God, I had no idea he was out there. Oh, what just happened? Oh, I killed the car is what happened. Oh my goodness, did I blow a tire? I don't know, but the car is just running like crap. Jimmy Johnson wins it. Here in Chicagoland, we bring it home in a disappointing 18th. We were here with the speed to win, but let's move on. So the career mode also had this qualifier thing. I remember this. So you have to go in and set a lap time at every track type. Let's do this. Lap 1 at the Daytona Oval. Are you kidding me? I failed. Lap 2, Charlotte Oval in the truck. Oh, we actually beat it. Okay, what did I get though? If it's not gold, then I'm not going to be impressed. It is gold. Let's go. It is absurd how quick I can rip this car around a corner at Martinsville. But to the line, I don't know if this is going to be a good one. I kind of botched it. Okay, it looks like we did enough. Another gold lap. This should be a fun one. Daytona road course now. And I'll be honest, although I'm like a road course merchant, I don't really know what the heck I'm doing around here. This is going to be, oh my goodness, this is certainly not the actual Daytona road course, I can tell you that much. Okay, we got a very different layout here. I like the palm trees, but it looks pretty nice, and so far it actually races pretty fun. I'm surprised I didn't get like hit with a corner cut or something right there, but we're all good so far. Nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy. Okay, so far so good. Oh, I'm trying to go wide. We're all good. That didn't feel too bad for like my first proper lap around here, but I don't know what it's going to look like on the lap time. Is it okay? There we go. Oh, it's another gold. We got to get a good ride out of that. So we got 3 golds and a fail. Of course, it's funny enough, it's a super speedway that we fail. Okay, let's see what we end up getting. Oh my God, you deserve to jump straight up into the Sprint Cup Series. Are you kidding me? So it just throws us right in. We got email. I remember the email. Oh my God, it's literally all from Jeff Gordon here. All right, thank you so much. This career mode is so like dumbed down from, what we had previously. You got your contract history, you got driver records. Now driver records is pretty awesome. I'm a big fan of that because, when you go to say the Cup Series, you can see wins, top 5s, top 10s, laps led, series wins. So I guess, wait, what's the difference between wins and then series wins? I don't know. Maybe that means on this season. Pole positions as well. Series win championships. I'm an idiot. That's championships. You also got your driver performance, so you can see everything you've done in the current season. And then, of course, you got the season standings that will come up. So there's a lot of good stat stuff in the game. Career status, you got an actual kind of rating there with a bunch of different stuff. You got license challenges, which we've basically already completed. Car upgrades as well. So you can do car upgrades. And then, you got your edit driver. Have I signed a contract yet? Okay, so we can do a nationwide contract and a Cup Series contract here. That's not bad. I could drive the number 18 of Kyle Busch. I could drive the number 9. I'm going to give me the number 9. A top 10 every race sounds easy enough to me. And intimidate for 35 seconds over 2 races. You also notice there's no Ace Moneymaker emails or voicemails anymore. It just feels very, what's the word I'm looking for? It just feels kind of dead in this career mode. The life kind of has been sucked out of it. There's just not a whole lot going on. Now let's go into the racing. You got your little calendar here where we can jump into Nationwide and Cup. I've jumped straight into the Daytona 500, and there's zero presentation for the Daytona 500. In career mode, it just doesn't exist either. You just jump in and you race, and we apparently slam on the brake pedal as well while we're at it. But yeah, that's literally it. There's nothing to it. Now we have all these little extra points things that we gain for passing cars or sharing draft or probably even intimidating, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, all I can help now is that I feel when I was a kid, I was this is so awesome, great career mode, but I didn't really know what a great career, oh my God, I'm an idiot, but I didn't really know what a great career mode was. And now that I've played other games and even, modern games, the current day games, but in the classic ones as well, it's NASCAR 05, how did we go from NASCAR 05 or NASCAR 06? Basically, as I have also just gotten into NASCAR 05 now, but how did we go from that to regressing so much into NASCAR '09. You can't even own your own team in the NASCAR '09 PS2 version anyways. And it's so fascinating how they just kind of went so far backwards now. Obviously, I'm sure, a lot of resources went into the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions of NASCAR '08 and '09, and that's probably the excuse, but I don't think that's a good excuse. It's just frustrating, kind of coming back, and I'm like, dang, this game overall is not quite as good as I remembered it. And that's the beautiful thing about nostalgia is people, and I'm guilty of it, and other people are very guilty of it. They'll talk about how good this older NASCAR game used to be, and then you go back and play it, and it's like, well, actually, it felt great at the time, but now it's really not that great. I really shouldn't have chosen the 9 car because now I just got to look at the fact that I'm, Casey Kane the entire time. It says all over this race car. The super speedway racing kind of sucks in this game as well. There's really nothing happening now. And also I can just breeze past these guys. I'm actually going to push my teammate here. I believe this is Elliott Sadler still, right, in the 19. I actually like the bump drafting. Credit to the bump drafting. It actually works. I'm going to give Tony Stewart a nice little bump draft right here. Push him forward. Look at him go. Oh, my goodness. It just lunges him forward. Final lap here in Daytona 500. We are side by side with Sam Hornish Jr. for that last spot in the top 10. We'll get him on the exit of turn 4. Dale Jr.'s up there in P9. Can I intimidate him from this far back? Doesn't look like it. I think it's the 43 of, I believe that's what, Bobby Labonte. That's going to win the Daytona 500 as we bring it home in P10. So here's the car upgrades now that you could actually have, which this was really cool. So it's like, okay, durability, efficiency, steering, engine, brake, and tires. This is really cool stuff right here. We can't afford any of it. We can't afford it in Nationwide. I don't know, let's just throw something down. Why not? Yeah, there's $100,000. Oh, man, and then it keeps going up. I don't know how many levels there was. I never did any of this back when I was playing the game, as a kid. So one cool thing is, though, they do have charity events. They also have a test session with Jarvis Racing where you can try to get contracts as well with other teams, but I don't really want any of these right now. Oh no, Jeff Gordon is not happy that I skipped a charity race. I remember when I was a kid, I used to feel bad if I skipped a charity race. I've pretty well seen everything there is to the career mode already. You can skip races, you can do your races, you got your charity races, license challenges, you can upgrade your car a little bit, but that's pretty well all there is to offer. There's not really any immersion or, team ownership, which I'm okay with not owning a team, but I mean, I am surprised that's not a thing in this game. I do like, however, the fact that we can actually upgrade our own actual IRL team car. I wish that was something we had in current games. Oh yeah, we got our paint booth though, which was very, very basic. Of course, of course it was at the time. I think I remember running this Flames car. Now, if I remember correctly, yeah, you could not go into a double-digit number. So the lowest you could run was 102. I'm pretty sure there was a Hendrick Motorsports style font, if I remember correctly. Well, maybe not. Okay, maybe not. Look at that. I made a beautiful car. Beautiful. We're at Tiburon Speedway, or wasn't this the Dodge Raceway originally, if I remember correctly? Look at this tiny little racetrack. I remember racing here back in the day, and I was not a fan of it, just mainly because I was really bad at it. As you can see right now, we're racing some Nationwide series, and I'm going to be beating and banging. This was the car I remember driving in career mode a lot. I would always try to drive this 5 car if I could. As you know what, actually I kind of got the hang of it now. It's not that bad. Oh my goodness, I say that. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. I remember it was always a fight to be down on the inside line, and it's if you could just be on the bottom, you were likely going to go forward. As long as you didn't just do that right there, we're good. I am coming through, I am beating, I am banging, I'm doing whatever I need to get through this field right now. As we got the number 6, I believe that's still David Reagan in front of us, right? I am using these guys up right now. I really miss all these fantasy tracks that we had in these older NASCAR games. If there was a way we could ever revive them or just make new fantasy ones in current NASCAR games, that would be so cool. I don't know how, NASCAR would feel about that now because it's going to be a very different landscape, but I really wish we could have stuff like this again. It was so, so cool. Oh, bit of contact. Get out of my way. Coming through. One lap to go here from Tiburon Raceway Stadium, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to try and send it here for a top 5. I really want a top 5. I'm very sorry for what I'm about to do. Well, it didn't even work. I completely missed him. Well, P6 maybe? Yes, at the line. We'll take it. I already feel like I have experienced everything that NASCAR '09 PS2 version at least has to offer. Now, you did have some of these cool things here, like the chase plates now that you could get from medallions. You could spend the medallions, get custom cars. You could even get a Richard Petty driving experience truck. I feel like I remember getting some of these as well and whatnot. But and obviously you had like special events like the Speedway Boulevard Sprint Cup Series track and so on and so forth. These were things I always did find cool actually about these games was like these kind of unlockable chase plates that could allow you to do like different stuff. But there you have it. I've already had enough playing this game. It's just there's not really a whole lot of life to it. Career mode, it kind of feels like, the soul was sucked out of it. And, as a little kid, when this was my first game, I thought it was great. But I tell you what, my opinions have certainly changed. It is not as good of a game as I gave it credit for. I'd love to hear your opinions down below. I'm sure if this wasn't your first NASCAR game like it was for me, you probably already had an opinion like that. But I'm sorry that it took me so long to get to this point. That does it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.